Hello everyone, it's me again, Chris from Cards.n.Colors, and I'd like to share with you today the SASURAIBITO or Sassy Burrito deck. It's not a new one, it's been out there quite some time now, but I adore this deck because it's simple yet deep. It's childlike yet not childish. It's beautiful, and I love this deck for myself, doing readings for myself, and I call this my mindfulness and self-care deck because the illustrations are so lovely and so, I don't know, just as mentioned before, childlike but not childish, and the whole deck has a very special vibe, a little bit of a Zen vibe, and yeah, it really lends itself to do mindfulness work, mindfulness stuff, and self-care, and yeah. We will dive into this deck in a second. I will flip the camera and then we will walk through the cards. See you in a second. So here we are. I'm being able to take a closer look at this lovely deck. As you've seen before, the packaging here. It's a beautiful box. And by the way, the deck is created, designed, and the little white book, ta-da, is written by Stasia Burrington. It's quite interesting because when you just look at this box here with the moth, and on the back you even get the bones, it looks a bit dark, but as you can see from the first card here, the deck is not dark at all. Comes with a, well, little white book, one might call it, but I really like this book because it gets straight to the point. The interpretations here are quite modern, and what you get here is beautiful quotes. So, a peek at the book, at the booklet, and yeah, I'm all for quotes, I have to say, most of the time. And yeah, there are some really great quotes here. Maybe I will quote some of the quotes later. But let's dive into this deck. So, the first card here, number 0, the first trump, the Fool. And I think it's quite interesting that this Fool is not childlike or childish, a young, naive person without experience yet. No, this is a very old man, but being foolish, being childlike, being innocent and open isn't a matter of biological age. It's a matter of attitude and a matter of consciousness in a way. And so this is quite an interesting Fool card. An old man here being happy, dancing maybe with flowers and blossoms all around him. Yeah. Then we have the Magician. Interesting again, because here we get more of a juggler kind of magician, like in the more old decks, Tarot de Marseille and Visconti, and not the ritual magician of the more occult or esoteric decks. And he's juggling. He's juggling different things, coins maybe, or balls, with his wand, and then the cups. Yeah, multitasking. The lovely High Priestess here, with her owl, feet in the water. Just a beautiful depiction. The Empress is quite, well, sensual, I have to say, but I like that. Being out in nature here, with the stars, naked, enjoying life, enjoying Earth, a Mother Earth kind of feel, like Demeter or Ceres. A modern depiction of the emperor, like a businessman or CEO, smoking a cigarette, wearing a suit. The Hierophant, interesting because here you get some bats, mala, I guess, maybe a holy book of scripture, an equal armed cross, a mandala. So he is old and wise, but not linked to a specific tradition or religion. The Lovers is quite interesting because here we see the mingling of two people. You can't even see where is who or who is who and where do they start, where do they end. They're just in an eternal dance, a union of people. It's quite interesting because you cannot see even like color or race or anything. It's just two people coming together, uniting. The Chariot, like a warrior horse, very dynamic, even aggressive. Here the background, orangey red. The Strength card, lovely, very innocent looking young girl here. Taming the lion or hugging the lion with a little heart tattoo here. And the very beautiful hermit scene in the mountains. So still and just contemplating. No lantern here, no staff or anything, just a hermit sitting in the mountains, contemplating nature. The Wheel of Fortune, like maybe the heart chakra here. Justice, quite a dramatic card, with the feather of truth from the Egyptian Ma'at, the Egyptian mythology. And it's interesting because the sword here, it reminds me of a pen, and it's directed at the open eye. See the truth. The Hangman, childlike again, a boy hanging from a tree. A beautiful death card, a bit like Sleeping Beauty in a way. Transformation, of course. Cool looking Temperance, I have to say. With the bluish color of the skin, a bit otherworldly, and oftentimes Temperance is depicted as an angel. But no chalice of gold and silver here, just plain white cups and some sort of liquid. Quite an interesting devil, so no religious over or undertones here, just someone, well, maybe someone alluring, someone representing temptation in a way. The Tower, without a tower. Lightning striking a tree. The Star, very interesting star card here with an astronaut floating in the space with a cool watercolor effect here. The Moon, very touching moon here with a crying woman or girl, very emotional. Then the very bright sun with a boy, I guess, or a child moving towards the sun or rising in the morning with the sun. And the sun is so white and bright. Yeah, you can't see anything if you stare directly into the sun. Interesting. Then a beautiful judgment card, which really lends itself to make this my personal mindfulness and self-care deck, because this is someone rising from the blankets, it says in the little white book. So after a time of, well, getting back, staying at home and whatnot, snuggling up, everything is cozy and warm, and then now the head, like a cocoon almost, and she is ready to start, well, a new phase, a new level, a new day, leaving her blankets. And then we have the cute world card here, with a girl or young lady, the Ouroboros, the serpent biting its own tail, and flowers. And it's interesting because this lady here seems to be stepping out of the world card here. You can see it. Into reality, maybe a new phase again. Great. Ace of Wands. And as you can see throughout the decks, a beautiful watercolor washes here. I like that. So Ace of Wands pointing to a labyrinth. Two of Wands with a Nordic sigil here. Three of Wands coming together. Four of Wands, building of a structure. Conflict in the Five of Wands. A rainbow and the sun, and victory in the Six of Wands. Seven of Wands, defending one's position, fighting. Eight of Wands, swift movement, arrows. Nine of Wands, quite a different depiction. But great. Card of resilience. Getting it back together. The broken bone here. Ten of Wands, oppression, being burdened down. A lovely Page of Wands. Quite a sexy Knight of Wands. A lovely Queen of Wands with a black cat, of course. And then quite an old and at the same time young looking King of Wands. The Ace of Cups, again. No chalice or goblet, or just a cup with a green liquid in it. I guess it's green tea. Two of Cups, lovely. No cups here, but just the fingers, the little fingers touching each other, making a connection. And then the two lotus flowers. The Three of Cups, coming together, support, community, beautiful. Four of Cups, turning your head, quite dark and grey. The sad Five of Cups, but there's a rainbow and two cups. A very, very beautiful Six of Cups, like flowers here, rising from a heart, from an open heart. Seven of Cups, daydreams, inspiration, maybe illusions, having to decide, making a choice. Gorgeous Eight of Cups, snipping off the old hair and starting something new. Beautiful Nine of Cups here, rising from a lotus, I guess, with all the beautiful pinks and touching one's body and one's heart. Self-care, self-acceptance. And then Ten of Cups, people at a campfire. 10 cups, happy family, friends coming together. a lovely Page of Cups here with a key and a keyhole inside of the heart chakra. Knight of Cups, a bit pale, but having tea or coffee and a book. That's me. Lovely Queen of Cups. I love her. An older lady, which is beautiful, with a heart tattoo on her brow. And then here, the cup or bowl in her hand and reflecting the stars of the universe. And the funny King of Cups. Bit grumpy, bit cute. I like him. Ace of Swords, cutting through the darkness. Dark thoughts maybe. Mental chaos. Two of Swords, determination. Three of Swords, okay, yes. Stabbing through the heart. Very beautiful Four of Swords here. Meditation, contemplation, taking a time out. Time to rest. Focusing here on this black hole of nothingness. The Five of Swords. Hurting and being hurt. Six of Swords. It's interesting because instead of the boat here on the water, we get someone in the water coming up to the surface. Seven of Swords, sneaking around. Eight of Swords, bondage in a way, feeling trapped. But again here, the dark clouds, the black ink bleeding out into the picture. Nice effect, by the way. Yeah, reminds us of the Ace of Swords, so this is negativity and mental chaos trapping us. Like in the Nine of Swords, the Nightmare card. And here we see, yeah, it's all in the head. The Ten of Swords. Not as bloody as the Rider-Waite or other depictions of this card. Quite interesting though, very grey and pale of course. Is he dead? Is he just sleeping? The swords themselves seem to be made of light. Determined Page. Determined Knight. Cutting a butterfly. It's a bit disturbing, but I get the picture. Queen of Swords and King of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles. Very lush with flowers and bees and rosy cheeks. Two of Pentacles. Juggling, balancing. You even get the lemniscate feel here with the yellow flowers. Three of Pentacles. You get the church window in a way. And three hands working together. Four of Pentacles. Holding on to your resources. Five of Pentacles. Burden. Lack of energy, lack of resources, lack of money, lack of food. It's interesting how she mirrors this broken plant here. But they are still there. They are not yet defeated. And the stars are there. Stars of hope maybe. Sharing, giving and taking in the Six of Pentacles. And a very cool depiction. Seven of Pentacles. Waiting. Eight of Pentacles. Studying. Nine of Pentacles. Everything's fine here. The Bird of Prey. Ten of Pentacles. Quite funny with this yoga pose with the dog above a couple. And then the Page of Pentacles, the hard-working Knight, the lovely Queen with her bunny out in nature, and last but not least, the King of Pentacles, very earthy, simple in a way, but grounded. So there we have the lovely SASURAIBITO. SASURAIBITO. I'm not sure how to pronounce this correctly. Let's call it Sassy Burrito. I hope this is not an insult to anyone. It's a lovely deck. I recommend this deck highly. It's modern, but not flat. And yeah, it's I don't know. It touches me. The deck and the illustrations, and when you do readings with it, how the images connect and the figures on the cards, how they interact, it's really touching and really clear to see when working with clients. So yeah, I recommend this deck. I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough. There are many walkthroughs of this deck around, but yeah, being one of my go-to decks, I wanted to share it with you, my impressions and feelings about it. And yeah, feel free to follow me here or on Instagram. Feel free to subscribe or feel free to leave a comment. See you soon.